Hi everyone, welcome to StunnerShare. So, what you are going to cover in this video? I hope so. You would have read the description of this video as well as the thumbnail. So, this video is all about Wick Reversal Setup. So, I'll be explaining the Wick Reversal Setup. Not like explaining the Wick Reversal Setup. I'll just share the alerts whatever I got for Wick Reversal Setup in my screener for Nifty as well as for MRF. Why I choose MRF? Because I have already explained in the previous video. I am choosing MRF because the margin needed for one stock was 10,000 rupees till May, and from June it is around 13 to 15,000 rupees. So if anyone who is having a small account, say 15,000 rupees, they can only concentrate on MRF and they can do any intraday trading based on that. Just buy one stock and keep a SL accordingly, and you can do in that. So these are the two things I'll be explaining in this video without any support or resistance concept. Just I'll be explaining about the Wick Reversal Setup alerts, and if you had taken an entry, what would have happened. Simple. Okay. So strict disclaimer: Wick Reversal Setup I have learned from Secret of Pivot First book, and based on that I have written a screener. My screener I'm not able to guarantee that it is 100% similar to the screener or the teachings given in the book. But what I would say is like uh, at least I'm able to get some Wick Reversal Setup screener, and I'm able to check in my eyes that whether it is a Wick Reversal Setup or not, whether it is following the conditions or not, and based on that I'm able to take a trade. Clear? So this is what the disclaimer actually says. So it's up to you whether you need to go for it and take an entry or not, but I'm just applying the secret of pivot post concept, and I'm trying to take a trade based on that. Okay, let's not talk much regarding other things, and let's move on to this video. And moving further, so from May 31st till June 4th. Okay, so May 31st is over here. So the day started at this point. Clear? So here we have got a Wick Reversal Setup. Clear? Awesome. And then the points to be covered is around 21 points, and we have easily covered the 21 points in a single candle itself. Clear? And if anyone wants to check it out in the Nifty future chart, you just cross check and check it. Why am I saying it's like Nifty spot chart is different and Nifty future chart is different. Nifty spot chart can show a Wick Reversal Setup. Nifty future chart need not show a Wick Reversal Setup. And if you guys are going to take an entry based on the options, just ensure that whenever your target on spot is hit, try to exit in the option chart, because options the time plays a major role. So you will not be able to book correctly, or you will not be able to get whatever the candle says. So try to play accordingly. In a spot chart, I could see that 21 points is covered. Clear? Now, so one trade is on profit. Now this is a Wick Reversal Setup, and this is 592 and 39, nearly 52 points, 53 points as stop loss, and it got triggered in the next candle, but ultimately the stop loss is hit. So one trade gave profit, another trade gave loss. Clear? And now, as I said in the MRF trade, like MRF stock, I said that just the one stock cost 15,000. So if you take one stock, your stop loss can be 150 points or 300 points. You can keep 2% SL or 3% SL. That is what I said. The same way, if you're going to play Nifty Wick Reversal Setup, just try to decide what should be your stop loss. If here in this trade, you have got only 21 points as stop loss. So that is around 1,500 rupees. But here in this trade, your stop loss is going to be around 39, 40, okay, 52. So nearly more than 4,000 rupees as stop loss. Here, so I'm just putting it at approximately, so you guys can use the calculator as well. So 50 into 75, 3,750 rupees. So their stop loss here, both are differing. So based on that, decide whether you wanted to choose a trade or not. Clear? If the stop loss is big, it is better you can avoid the trade. Or if you feel like no, any Wick Reversal Setup I'll be taking, then you can go for it. Clear? So first trade is profit and the second trade is loss. And if you guys see with bear, just by seeing the chart, I could see a Wick Reversal Setup over here and Wick Reversal Setup over here. But my screener did not give a Wick Reversal Setup alert on this and this. Maybe I need to work on it, like why it did not give a screener alert on this and this. Clear? Now moving further, on 2nd of June, I did not get any alert at all. So there was no trade at all. But if we have to see with bare eyes, here is one Wick Reversal Setup, but there is no trigger. and I don't see any other Wick Reversal setup over here. Clear? Now moving to June 3rd. June 3rd, I got two Wick Reversal setup alerts. So one is over here. Okay. So here the points are just 16 points, no, 13 points. Here it is just 13 points. Maybe someone would have taken risk. It's nearly around 1,000 rupees stop loss, and it clearly gave the target in the next 2 to 3 candles. Clear? And this one is also a Wick Reversal setup. Here it is around 27 points, and this also gave target. Clear? So these are two alerts which came on June 3rd. So around 3 trades which we are in profit and 1 trade is in loss. And on June 4th, I did not get any Wick Reversal setup alert at all. Clear? And on the first candle, there might be a Wick Reversal setup, but as per my screener, I won't consider the first candle because I always wait for the initial balance to occur. So what is initial balance? I've already made a video on that. Try to check that video and try to make use of it. Clear? Just you guys also can see or check whether any possible Wick Reversal setup scenarios came, and if yes, it has come. Try to see whether it has given a good profit or not, and what has happened. Because I could see a lot of Wick Reversal setup other than my screener, but I don't see the chart regularly. I have mentioned in previously also. I don't see my chart regularly. I just see the chart only when my alert comes. Clear? Because if you see over here, let me mark the zones where the Wick Reversal setup came. So that will be helpful for you. So here I could see a Wick Reversal setup 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is one Wick Reversal setup. This is one Wick Reversal setup. Here is one Wick Reversal setup. Clear? And then no Wick Reversal setup. No. And here is one Wick Reversal setup. There is no entry. Fine. And then up above here. Okay. And this is a Wick Reversal setup. Okay, this is a Wick Reversal setup, but due to the initial balance, I won't be considering it. And this is a Wick Reversal setup, but there is no entry triggered. This is a Wick Reversal setup, but it went to loss. So there are several other Wick Reversals. Like these are the Wick Reversals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14, nearly for 1 week in Nifty alone, we got 14 Wick Reversal setup. So I would tell you guys, just see or write a screener or just concentrate on one particular stock or only Nifty and see how it is performing. Here. And please understand, I am giving the Wick Reversal setup or I am sharing the Wick Reversal setup analysis here without any support or resistance at all. Okay. If you guys wanted to understand whether it is working or not with respect to support or resistance, try to mark it. So for example, okay, let's come from here. So this is previous day high and previous day low, and we did not get a Wick Reversal setup, and this was completely a trending day and just gave a pullback and started moving. So this Wick Reversal setup you can consider because it just took some time over here and started moving. And at the same point over here, this is going to be the previous previous day high, and this is here is one Wick Reversal setup. And if you could see, this is rejecting at the previous day high, so you could have easily entered over here and got some profit. And this point where the actual screener gave me alert, but if you see there is an Wick Reversal setup or the previous day high is above the Wick Reversal setup, so it is not good to take an entry over here. Clear? So just try to apply those things. So try to apply and see whether these things are performing or not. And if you see, this is a gap zone, and here is one rejection you have seen 1, 2, and this is rejected from the resistance, but here it is taking a support at the resistance. So this can be considered as a Wick Reversal. This is a Wick Reversal setup we got a lot, and this can be considered as a good zone to take an entry. So like this, you need to prefer which are the zones or which are the areas we need to choose and we need to check. Just by drawing one line, I'm telling you guys, here one Wick Reversal setup, here one Wick Reversal setup, it has got rejected, easy trades. And here is one Wick Reversal setup, it has taken support, easy trade. So like this, try to find the zones and try to do some analysis on that. Clear? Now let's go to MRF. Sorry guys. So this is MRF chart. Okay, so these are all covered, and let's come from 31st. So 31st, I did not get any Wick Reversal setup alert. And here on June 1st, I got a Wick Reversal setup alert. And if you see, the stop loss is going to be 490. It's up to one's wish whether to take a trade or not. But if we have taken an entry, easy 490 points or 500 points you have got. Okay, and here is one trade. This is also Wick Reversal setup alert, and if you see, it is around 220 points or 210 points. So yeah, it also went for the target. Clear? And here is one Wick Reversal setup 83532 and nearly 150 points, but the entry did not trigger. So this Wick Reversal setup, we did not have an entry. So two entries we have got alert, and 2 entries we have got, so 3 entries we have got alert, and 2 entries in profit on 1 entry. No, that entry did not trigger. And here is one Wick Reversal Setup. It is around 270 points, and the entry got triggered, but SL got hit. Fine. And here is one Wick Reversal Setup, and the entry got triggered, but stop loss got hit. So here it is around 160, 170 points. So 170 plus 270 points, around 340 or 440 points in loss. And we have got 2 entries over here. If someone is not considering entry, maybe this entry you are considering. So it is around 220 points. So you have got 220 points. So nearly net loss is around 220. But here, if you have taken an entry, but your profit will be in net 300 points, 300 points in profit. Yeah. So this is only on MRF. So these are the points where I got screener alerts, and I do not check charts. But if anyone is only concentrating on chart alone, here, see, on the first day itself, it's a Wick Reversal Setup. Clear? And it gave a point. And here is a Wick Reversal Setup. Okay, 300, and entry also got triggered, but stop loss got it. And here is one Wick Reversal Setup, but stop loss did not get hit, which means the entry did not get triggered. And here is one Wick Reversal Setup. It gave a good profit. Clear? And then here is one Wick Reversal Setup. Here is one Wick Reversal Setup. And then here is one Wick Reversal Setup. Okay, here is one Wick Reversal Setup. Here is one Wick Reversal Setup. So there are several Wick Reversal Setup. These two Wick Reversal Setup, we did not get we did not hit the target as well. Sorry, entry itself. And then what else? I could see a Wick Reversal Setup over here. Okay, this is a Wick Reversal Setup. Good one. Gave some good decent profit. And apart from that, I could not see any Wick Reversal Setup. Here is also one Wick Reversal Setup. Clear? So there are several other triggers also. So if you're watching only MRF chart, you would have got easily a lot of Wick Reversal setups. But I would say that just try only 1 or 2 entries alone. Do not try for other entries. And that is why I don't watch chart. If I watch chart, it will tell me to take an entry as and when I could see a Wick Reversal setup. I would better see, like, whenever my alert gets triggered, I will just stick on to that. Clear? And again, same way, if you wanted to go for an entry, or if you wanted to see whether the entry is good or not, or whether the support and resistance is playing a role or not, just check how the support and resistance is playing a role. This is the previous day high and low. Okay. And we did not get any entry. Only we got this as a Wick Reversal Setup, and it went good. And then clear. Okay, fine. And this is the node area. Okay. So it is not playing a major role here, and this is the area of zone, and okay, and got rejected over here. So, and then it is seeing a fall, and fall has been good, and after that again this zone is again rejected over here, and then fall and good. Yeah, so it is up to you guys whether to prefer support and resistance or not, or if you guys feel that Wick Reversal setup is fine. Whenever the alert comes, you wanted to go for it, just go for it. Just try to write the screener, and based on the conditions, whatever is given in the secret of your first book, and try to write the screener in the charting. I know there are several other guys who are experts in algo trading watching this video, and all those people. I would request you guys to write a screener or do some algo trading analysis, like do some backtesting and see whether it is performing good or not. Just keep 1:1. I'm not expecting you to give more than that. First, keep 1:1 and see whether it is working or not. If 1:1 is working good, then try to go for 1:2, 1:3. Increase your reward and see how it is performing. Yeah, so that's it. I wanted to say Nifty MRF for the past week, how it has performed, whether it has performed good or not. I've shown the video, and you guys also can check and see. Just need not try for a screener. Just concentrate on one stock and see whether it is performing or not. Just see with your naked eyes and see whether the 1:1 is achieved or not. And if you wanted to hold more than that, whether it is achievable or not. All these things trying to see, so that you will be able to understand what actually the Wick Reversal setup does. Fine. So if you feel the content is good, kindly give a like and share to your friends and family, and then feedback, try to comment in the comment section so that it will help me as well. So that's it from my end, guys. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for more videos.